Welcome to Feel Learns English, a calm place to improve your English step by step. Let's start today's episode.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Feel Learns English, our Easy English podcast.
Hi, everyone. I'm Tanvir, and we're really happy to have you here with us today.
Shutiri, whether you're listening from your home, your office, or even while walking outside, thank you for taking the time to learn English with us.
That's right. It doesn't matter where you are. Learning a little English every day can really help you improve.
So before we jump into today's lesson, Tanvir, how was your weekend? Did you do anything fun or exciting?
It was actually very relaxing. I stayed mostly at home, watched a movie, and I even tried cooking something new.
Tried cooking? That sounds interesting. How did it go?
Well, at first it seemed like a good idea. Everything looked simple on paper.
Seemed is the perfect word for that situation.
Exactly, Shatiri. The recipe looked easy, but in reality, it was a bit tricky.
So how did your food turn out in the end?
Honestly, it looked amazing on the plate, like a photo in a cookbook.
Wow, so at least it looked great.
Yes, it looked perfect, but sadly, it didn't taste as good as it looked.
And there it is. That actually leads us perfectly into today's topic.
Yes, today we're talking about a common confusion in English, the difference between seems and looks.
These words are very small, almost tiny, but they can completely change the meaning of a sentence.
Many English learners use them incorrectly, or sometimes they only use looks for every situation.
Yes, for example, they might say, it looks good in every case, even when seems would be more natural.
Exactly. And today, we're going to explain the difference and give examples so you can use both words correctly.
Great. Let's start with some real-life examples to make it clear and easy to remember.
Even when it's not about appearance, we still sometimes confuse looks and seems.
Exactly, Tanvir, and that's what we're going to fix today.
We'll explain it simply, step by step, so everyone can understand.
And we'll use real-life examples in natural conversation, just like we're talking with a friend.
Before we dive in, Shatiri, I want to remind everyone, if you enjoy learning English in this relaxed way,
don't forget to like this episode, subscribe to Feel Learns English, and practice with us by speaking out loud.
All right, let's begin slowly. Shatiri, when you hear the word looks, what comes to your mind first?
Something visual, something I can see clearly with my eyes.
Exactly. Looks is often about appearance, which you can observe directly.
For example, if you say, she looks tired, you can actually see it. Her eyes might be heavy, she's quiet, or her posture shows she's tired.
Right. Based on what you observe, you use looks.
Another example, the sky looks dark. You can see the dark clouds above. Maybe it's going to rain soon.
But notice this, Shatiri. You didn't say the sky seems dark. You could, but it slightly changes the meaning or feeling.
Exactly. Now we're getting to the deeper meaning. Let's make it very clear.
We use looks when we talk about what we literally see.
She looks happy.
He looks old.
That cake looks delicious. All of these describe something visual that you can see.
Imagine a friend walks into the room. Their hair is messy, their clothes are a little dirty.
You can say, you look tired because you are seeing something obvious.
Exactly. Now, let's switch to seems.
Seems is different. It's not just about what you see, it's about your impression, your feeling, or your interpretation.
For example, she seems upset. Maybe she's quiet, maybe she's not talking much. You're noticing behavior, not just physical signs.
You don't just see tired eyes, you sense something emotionally. That's why we use seems.
Let's compare them directly. She looks angry. Maybe her face is red, her eyebrows are down, clear physical signs.
Now, she seems angry. Maybe she's speaking coldly, maybe her tone is sharp. You're not 100% sure, but you feel it.
That's why seems often includes uncertainty.
And that's very important for English learners to remember.
Imagine you meet your friend after a long time and you notice subtle changes.
You see your friend smiling and immediately you think they look happy.
Right, Shafi. You say looks happy because the smile is something you can see.
But if they aren't talking much, maybe quiet or serious, you might say they seem different.
Exactly. Seems isn't just about what you see. It's about energy, behavior, or the impression they give.
That's a key point for learners. Looks is visual, and seems is about feeling or behavior.
Now, let's look at sentence structure. Both looks and seems are usually followed by adjectives.
For example, she looks tired.
Or he seems busy.
You can also use looks like or seems like to talk about situations.
For instance, it looks like it's going to rain.
And it seems like he's upset. Very common structures in English.
We'll explore these structures more in part 2 because adding like changes the meaning slightly.
Let's practice together. Imagine a plate of food that looks amazing. What do you say?
You'd say it looks delicious because you can see it and it's visually appealing.
And if your friend is quiet, serious, maybe worried about something?
Then you'd say she seems worried because it's about impression, not just appearance.
Good. Notice the difference in your mind, visual versus impression, appearance versus feeling.
That's the foundation. At first, this topic seems simple, but it's actually deeper than it looks.
That's a perfect example of the difference in one sentence.
Yes, same words, two meanings. And understanding this helps your English sound much more natural.
So far, we've built the foundation. Looks is what you see, seems is what you feel or think.
Now, let's go deeper, because in real life, things aren't always black and white.
Exactly. Let's focus on two very common expressions, looks like and seems like.
These two are everywhere, in movies, casual conversations, and even office talk.
But many learners don't know exactly when to use which one.
We use looks like when we're making a conclusion based on what we see.
For example, it looks like it's going to rain.
Why? Because the sky is dark and cloudy. You're using visual evidence.
Another example, it looks like he didn't sleep. Maybe his eyes are red, maybe he's yawning.
Exactly. You're basing it on what you observe.
Now, listen carefully. If you say, it seems like he didn't sleep, what's different?
Now, Shafi, imagine this. Maybe you don't see red eyes.
Or maybe he's speaking slowly, or he forgot something simple.
Exactly. Your conclusion isn't based only on what you see. It's also based on behavior or general feeling.
Here's something important. Looks like feels slightly more concrete, more physical.
And seems like feels softer, more emotional, more uncertain.
For example, if you say, it looks like she's angry, there's a strong visual signal.
But if you say it seems like she's angry, maybe you're not completely sure. Maybe you're just guessing.
Let's imagine an office situation. Your colleague is very quiet today.
You might say she seems stressed, because stress is not always visible.
Now imagine your colleague has messy papers all over the desk.
Then you'd say it looks like you're busy because you see physical evidence.
So your choice between looks like and seems like depends on the type of information you have.
Here's the interesting part, Shafi. Sometimes both looks and seems are possible, but the feeling changes slightly.
For example, it looks difficult. You see something complex with your eyes.
But it seems difficult might mean someone explained it to you. You didn't see it directly, but you think it's difficult.
Both are correct, but the source of your information is different.
Let's practice with daily sentences. If the food looks amazing, that's based on appearance.
And if the food seems amazing, maybe someone described it to you, or everyone says it's good.
Another example. He looks confident. You can see it in his body language.
He seems confident might mean he speaks calmly, answers questions smoothly. You're interpreting behavior.
The difference is subtle, but native speakers can feel it.
Now let's talk about emotions, because emotions often use seems.
For example, you might say, you seem upset. That feels softer than you look upset.
Exactly. You look upset focuses on the face, but you seem upset focuses on behavior and energy.
Sometimes seem sounds more polite too, because it shows you're not 100% sure. You're giving the other person some space.
That's very important in communication.
And there's another structure we need to look at. Seems to be.
For example, you might say, he seems to be tired.
Or she seems to be working hard.
This structure is slightly more formal, and you hear it often in professional English.
Right, Shafi. You notice it a lot in news, reports, and formal conversations.
For example, the company seems to be growing. Very natural.
Let's act out a small situation to see it in action.
Okay, you walk into a room and see dark clouds outside.
You'd say, it looks like it's going to rain.
Then your friend is silent and distracted.
You might say, you seem worried. Is everything okay?
Perfect. Two different types of observation, one visual, one emotional.
Now let's fix some mistakes learners often make.
Mistake 1, using seems only for physical things. That's wrong.
For example, the cake seems beautiful isn't ideal. Better, the cake looks beautiful.
Mistake 2, overusing looks for emotional impressions.
Saying you look sad when you only sense it from behavior can be incorrect. Better, sometimes you seem sad.
Mistake 3, wrong structure.
For instance, he seems angry face is wrong. Always use adjective after seems or seems like plus sentence.
Now let's test you. I'll give a situation and you choose looks or seems.
First scenario, you see smoke in the sky.
Correct answer, it looks like something is burning.
Second scenario, your friend answers very shortly and avoids eye contact.
You'd say, he seems upset. Is everything okay?
Third scenario, you see someone smiling brightly.
She looks happy.
Fourth scenario, someone talks about big dreams confidently.
He seems ambitious.
Very good. This topic might look simple, but it seems deeper when you practice it.
Again, both words are correct, but they are used differently.
And that's how you grow in English, by noticing small differences, because fluency is in the details.
So now we understand the basic difference. Looks is usually visual, and seems is more about feeling or impression.
But in real English, it's not always that simple.
Yes, sometimes the difference is very small, and that's where fluency begins.
Let's take this sentence. She looks nervous. That's normal.
Now, she seems nervous, also normal.
So what's the difference? The first one focuses more on what you see, maybe shaking hands, avoiding eye contact.
The second one focuses more on the overall vibe. Maybe her voice is quiet. Maybe she pauses before answering.
So the difference isn't grammar, it's perspective.
That's why advanced learners sometimes struggle, because both are correct, but the feeling changes slightly.
Let's imagine a situation. You start a new job and walk into the office.
Your boss smiles and says, "Welcome."
You'd say, he looks friendly because you see the smile.
But later he gives you many tasks quickly.
Now you might say, he seems very serious.
Exactly. You didn't just see seriousness on his face, you felt it from his behavior. That's the key.
Here's something important about seem. It sounds softer and more careful.
For example, if someone is quiet, you seem tired feels gentler than you look tired.
Yes, sometimes you look tired can sound direct, even a little harsh.
Almost like criticism, right?
Yes, but you seem tired feels more understanding, more empathetic.
Exactly. Choosing the right word can completely change your tone.
That's powerful communication, Shafi.
Now, let's level up a bit. We can add adverbs to make sentences more natural.
For example, she looks really happy.
Or, he seems very confident.
These sound very natural in conversation, but again, check your source of information. Is it visual or is it emotional? That's your decision point.
Now, here's a slightly more advanced word, appears. It's similar to seems, but more formal.
For example, he appears confident.
You'll often hear this in news reports or formal writing.
Like, the company appears to be growing instead of seems to be growing.
In daily conversation, we usually say seems. Appears sounds more professional.
So if you're speaking casually with friends, use seems.
And if you're writing an academic report or formal text, you might choose appears.
Let's compare these three. She looks confident.
She seems confident.
She appears confident.
The first one is based on physical signs.
The second is based on overall impression.
And the third is formal in tone.
Same meaning, different style.
Let's create a natural conversation to see them in action.
Okay, I saw Sarah today.
Oh, really? How does she look?
She looked happy,
That's good.
but she seemed distracted.
Interesting. See how we used both naturally?
Yes, one was about her face, the other about her behavior.
That's exactly how native speakers use them.
Now imagine an online meeting. Someone's camera is on.
You could say, "You look professional today." Nice compliment.
But if they don't speak much during the meeting, you might think she seems unsure.
Not because of appearance, but because of participation.
So in one situation, both words can exist for different observations.
Now let's talk about confidence in speaking. Many learners say it looks good for everything.
Yes, even when it's about ideas. For example, someone explains a plan, and you say, it looks good, but you're not actually seeing anything.
Exactly. You're listening, not observing visually. The better choice is, it seems like a good idea.
That sounds more natural, because it's not visual, it's conceptual.
That's advanced thinking in English.
Let's test your understanding again.
Situation 1. You see dark circles under someone's eyes. What do you say?
You look tired.
Situation 2. Your friend cancels plans and speaks slowly.
You seem tired.
Good. Situation 3. You read a business report.
The company seems successful, or, more formally, the company appears successful.
Very good. This topic seems clearer now, and it looks easier than many people think.
See what we did there? We used both naturally. And that's the goal. Not memorizing rules, but feeling the difference.
So now we've explored the difference from every angle: visual evidence, emotional impression, tone, and formality.
Now it's time to use everything together naturally. Let's imagine a small story.
Okay, you meet your friend after a long time. You look at them carefully.
They look different. Maybe a new haircut, maybe new clothes.
Then you talk for a few minutes and you feel something is not right.
Now you'd say, you seem quiet today.
Notice the shift. The first observation was physical.
The second observation was emotional.
That's exactly how real conversation works.
Let's try another example. You go to a party. The decorations are beautiful.
You'd say, "This place looks amazing," because you can see it.
Later, people are laughing and dancing. You'd say, everyone seems happy.
Right. You're feeling the atmosphere. It's not just visual.
It's about energy, behavior, and overall impression.
And that, listeners, is the heart of looks versus seems. One is what you see, one is what you feel.
Mastering this difference makes your English sound much more natural and confident.
That's the difference.
Now, let's imagine you receive an email. The message is very short. No smile, no explanation.
You might think he seems upset.
But if you see him in person, arms crossed, serious face, you'd say, he looks upset.
Two different sources of information, feeling versus sight.
Here's something interesting. You can even use both in one sentence.
For example, she looks calm, but she seems worried.
That's powerful English because appearance and emotion are different.
Maybe she's smiling, but her voice shakes.
That sentence shows deep understanding, and that's how you sound fluent.
Let's correct one more common mistake. Many learners say it looks like he is tired in every situation, even when they didn't see him.
For example, someone says John didn't come to work, and you reply, it looks like he is sick, but you didn't see John.
Better, it seems like he is sick because it's a conclusion based on information, not visual evidence.
Now it's your turn to speak. Pause and answer these questions out loud. When was the last time someone looked happy?
When was the last time someone seemed stressed?
Can you describe a situation where someone looked confident but seemed nervous?
Practice describing people around you. That's how this becomes natural.
English is not only grammar, it's observation, emotion, and awareness.
When you choose between looks and seems, you are choosing perspective. Are you describing what your eyes see or what your heart understands?
That small difference makes your English powerful, more human, more natural, and more confident.
Today's topic might have looked simple at first.
But it seems much deeper now, doesn't it?
Exactly. That's the beauty of learning English step by step.
If this episode helped you understand the difference clearly, don't forget to like it.
Subscribe to Feel Learns English and share it with a friend who always says it looks good for everything.
And most importantly, practice speaking.
because the more you notice small differences, the more fluent you become.
We'll see you in the next episode. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep speaking English with confidence.
Bye, everyone.